What's up, you guys? It's Graham here. Now, despite how much I actually like Zillow, we're going to be talking about one of my biggest pet peeves out there, and that is the almighty Zestimate. For literally anyone who's gone online and looked at real estate, you've seen the Zestimate, and this isn't just limited to Zillow. Pretty much every single real estate website out there offers an estimate as to what they think a specific property is worth. The problem, however, is that these estimates are often lying to you, and when taken at face value, it could be cause for some concern. Could also be a little bit worrisome that these are leading to lawsuits as well. So let's talk about this, why these are lying to you, and how you can actually figure out what a property is accurately worth. So let's start here. For those that aren't aware, just about every single real estate website offers a service where computer calculations look at public record data, recently sold properties, recently listed properties, and then aggregates all of that data to then provide an estimated value of what they think that specific home is worth. I think this is a fun concept, and theoretically it should give you a fairly accurate representation as to what a specific home is worth. The problem, however, is that it doesn't. Now, as both a real estate agent and a real estate investor, there is a lot that goes into accurately pricing a property. I literally spent years learning how to accurately predict the selling price of a property based on all the recent comps out there, to the point where as of right now, I feel like I could usually predict the selling price or appraisal price within a few % accuracy. If it were really as simple as having a computer algorithm go through public record data, crunch the numbers, and then come up with a value of what that home is worth, people could get rich from this, and let me explain. If a computer is able to do this, imagine what would happen if you had a value that the computer gave you that was accurate, and all you had to do was send out a mass mailer to every single homeowner with an offer 25% below what the home is worth according to the algorithm. Even if 1 out of every 2,000 homes takes you up on that offer, you can build up a ton of money and a ton of equity rather quickly with almost no work, having the computer do all the heavy lifting for you. Hey! It's free real estate. The problem is that when it comes to valuing a home, it's extremely intricate, and the public record data only represents a fraction of what that home is actually worth. Consider this: what Zillow and other websites do to create their estimate is that they aggregate all the public record data based off zip code and based off nearby streets. They first compile a list of every single home's listed square footage, lot size, bedrooms, and bathrooms. This really becomes the base from which they work with. From there, they look at other recently sold homes within that same area to come up with a base sold price per square foot. They then compare the data of every single other home sold around that same area within that same radius to then come up with a price that they think that specific home is worth just based on other homes' data. And on a very basic level, this works. From a numbers standpoint, it's very simple to look at square footage, lot size, bedrooms, bathrooms, compare it with the sold price of a similar property, do the math to determine what that breaks down per square foot, and then boom, all of a sudden you have your estimate as to what you think that home is worth. Or it's just very easy to take the average price per square foot, multiply that by how many square feet the home is that you're looking at, and then done. That's what the home is worth. The issue with this one is that it goes based on averages, and that one bad home can ruin the average of the entire area. Consider that maybe one house across the street was burned down, it was foreclosed, it was inhabitable, it had to be sold with a cash buyer, it wasn't properly advertised, and because of that, it sold dramatically under what another home would sell for, even way under market value, just because of how dumpy the home was. The problem is that Zillow might see all of a sudden this home sold for $50 a square foot, whereas everything else was selling at $500 a square foot. So because of that, that one home brings down the average of every other property, and all of a sudden the entire neighborhood just went down in value like $100,000 like that. It was a terrible snap. It's so funny, I could snap on this finger really well, but like this one I can't do it. That's so weird. So the problem with this is that one really bad sale can bring down the average value of the entire neighborhood, even though that's not an accurate representation of what the homes are actually worth. But anyway, what makes homes valuable to begin with beyond price per square foot, bedrooms, bathrooms, and the home stats? Well, a big one that is not considered by Zillow is the home's condition. Does it need a new roof? Does it need a new foundation? Is there water damage? Was there a ton of mold? How was the backyard landscaping? There's a lot of things that Zillow simply doesn't take into consideration. Zillow also doesn't know if the kitchen was recently remodeled like 6 months ago or if it was still from 1974. It doesn't know if the master bedroom is overlooking the crack den next door. Zillow doesn't know if the floor plan is conducive towards entertaining. It doesn't know if the backyard is overlooking a billboard. Now here in Los Angeles, one of the big ones that I see that Zillow misses a lot is the view. I've seen so many properties up in the hills that have no view at all, but the home 3 doors down has a head-on city view of downtown Los Angeles. Well, guess what? When that home sells with the head-on city view of Los Angeles, it brings up the price per square foot of every single other home because they assume that all the other homes have a similar view and they assume that they're going to be getting a similar price per square foot, when in actuality this is not the case. Then you have sellers that go on Zillow that are convinced their home is worth $3 million because that's what Zillow says it's estimated to be worth. But the problem is that they didn't have the same city view that the other home that sold did, and in reality their home is worth only $2 million because of that. This could be applied to just about anything, and a big problem for sellers recently is that the estimate does not reflect the true market price of the property. This is a frequent issue that investors and flippers are having. Let's say they bought a property for $500,000 and they spent $100,000 fixing it up. Well, how does Zillow know that there's a brand new kitchen in the property and a brand new roof and brand new foundation, a brand new landscape? And the answer is that it doesn't, so it spits out a low estimate that when buyers see it, they're scratching their head wondering, why is this home selling for $750,000 when this estimate says it's worth $520,000? Now Zillow fully understands this fault, claiming our data sources may be incomplete or incorrect. Also, we have not physically inspected a specific home. Remember, the Zestimate is a starting point and does not consider all the market intricacies that could determine the actual price a house will sell for. Now, the Washington Post recently did some research on this and determined that only half of Zillow's estimates fell within a 5% range of value. This means that over half of Zillow's estimates are off in value by more than 5%, either over or under. And that is a lot. In real estate, the difference of 5% over or under can make the difference between making a substantial profit or coming out at a loss when it's time to sell. Now, Zillow itself claims that 75% of homes sell within a 10% range, higher or lower, and 89% of homes sell within a 20% range. I would just hate to be one of those 11% sellers where the selling price is more than 20% off of their Zestimate. And that is what leads to the dreaded L word: lawsuits. A seller sued Zillow last year for impeding the home of her sale because Zillow undervalued her property, leading buyers to believe that her property was overpriced. In the suit, she claims that she was trying to sell her townhome, which overlooked a golf course, for $626,000, which is the same price she bought it for in 2009. Houses across the street from hers are selling for $100,000 more. However, Zillow began then pulling data from other less desirable areas without the golf course view, with brand new constructions that were much larger than hers, which then brought down the price per square foot, and subsequently they brought down the estimate of her house in the process. And by doing so, they unintentionally made it less desirable for buyers because this estimate was lower than what she was asking. And I could see this definitely being a big problem for sellers, because if they have a property where the estimate is simply just lower because of Zillow's fault, that could definitely deter buyers from offering a higher price because they just believe whatever that estimate is, whether or not it's accurate. Now, the reality is, to calculate the value of a property, it really needs to be done on such a case-by-case basis. To do this, you first have to look at the home stats. How big is the home? What is the lot size? How many bedrooms are there? How many bathrooms are there? Is it 1-story, 2-story? Does it have a pool? And is it all permitted? You then have to consider, how recently was the home remodeled? Does it have hardwood floors? Does it have carpet? Does it have high ceilings? Does it have an open floor plan? Is there a small master bedroom? Does the master bedroom have a small closet? Does the street get through traffic? Is the property gated? Is it next to a commercial building? Is there street noise around it because it's in airplane traffic? You also also have to consider when it recently last sold and how much it sold for at that time. Every single item about the property needs to be accounted for. From there, you can then look for similar homes that have recently sold in that same area to determine what they sold for. But then you have to look at the individual specifics of those homes to see if it's an actual comp for the one you're looking at. For instance, does it have granite countertops? Does it have hardwood floors? Is the bathrooms like renovated to the nines? Does it have Melee appliances? Does it have custom cabinetry? Or is it just an IKEA remodel? And then after you do all of that, you then have to look at what else is currently on the market for sale to determine if that is nicer than the one you're looking at. For instance, can you find a nicer property in better location with better view, with better finishes for a lower price than the one that you're looking at? Or are homes on the market for more than the one that you're specifically wanting to buy? The reality is that even for me, it takes me about 25 minutes to accurately comp the value of a property with fairly reasonable accuracy. And I have been doing real estate for 10 years now. I know every single area in Los Angeles. I see just about everything that comes on the market. I do this 24/7. And it still takes me about 25 minutes to comp the value of a property, and I consider myself an expert on the Los Angeles real estate market. And by spending nearly a half hour looking through every single property that's sold, comparing that one to the one that I'm looking at everything else that's on the market, I'm usually able to get a fairly accurate idea of what the home is worth, usually within a price of about 1 to 2% of its actual selling value. This is just something that any sort of algorithm is not going to be able to accurately do based on just public record data. So for anyone out there watching, it's very important not to rely on Zillow's estimates when it comes to valuing a property. If anything, just ignore them entirely or just use them for entertainment purposes only. Although I don't really know how entertaining that would be. Zillow's estimates are really not to be taken very seriously. Just consider this. In the 10 years that I've been doing real estate, I have never once seriously considered or taken into consideration the Zestimate of a property when determining what something is worth. I have never once seen any of my multi-million-dollar real estate investor clients that have ever looked at his estimate and taken it at face value. I have never had any one of my clients that's worth more than like 10 million bucks look at his estimate and be like, you know what, that property is on Zillow for less. We can't offer that because Zillow says it's less. I have never once seen that. I have never seen anybody successful in real estate ever give any consideration to his estimate. But if you think that you have a solution for Zillow that Zillow can use, well, I have some very good news for you. Zillow is offering $1 million prize to anyone who can build an algorithm to predict the actual sales price of homes using innovative data source to engineer more accurate features that'll give Zillow an edge over other participants. If you can do that, you will be $1 million richer. Just make sure to give half to me for giving you the idea to do it. So, as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoy videos like this, make sure to give the video a like. It does really help out a lot. Also, if you watched it all the way through and you're not already subscribed, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Also smash that notification bell so YouTube notifies you anytime I post a video, because lately they have not been doing that and it's been super frustrating. So make sure to hit that notification bell. Also make sure to add me on Snapchat and Instagram. I post there pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. And then finally, I have a private Facebook group in the description for anyone who's interested in real estate agenting, real estate wholesaling, investing, anything real estate. Just add yourself to the group. Link in description. Thank you again for watching, and until next time.